Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, this should be fixed now, but I'm not on the screen. That is because I am here. Fool you. Just kidding, man. All right, let's pick off where we left. Where's my graphic pen? Alrighty, let's pick off where we left. Yeah, what were we talking about? We were talking about multi-res and high poly sculpts. Yeah. So high poly does not help you. Because let's say if the base looked something like this, right? And you begin to add pose to this, okay? Pose is not the solution to this sculpt. It's not going to help you improve the sculpt. What's going to help you improve the sculpt is to actually focus on the basics. And yeah, I think having a target of I want to practice today, and then you also want to sculpt pose, it's something unreasonable. If you just want to sculpt pose, then use an already made face and just practice adding pose. I mean, you have an hour to practice every day, right? Make it count. Don't count the time, make the time count. So many people are like, bro, I just made 100 sculpts and then I never improved. Because you've been practicing wrong, dummy. Of course, you're not going to improve. You're counting the sculpts, you're not making the sculpts count. So make the sculpts count. Ha 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 ha. Someone let me know, bro, if this thing is live because I don't know. OBS acts up in weird ways. If there is no chat, I'll just assume that, yeah, this is not live. Okay, we have one view, so it tells me that this is live. Let's add the mirror modifier. Pretty hard to see his eyes here. Initially, I thought they are closed or something. but we'll just do the best what we can. Also, I had to make it super deep so that later when I turn on shadows, it catches a lot of shadow. Yes, like this. All right, looks good. Shadow. Any ideas for your next course? Uh, no, man. To be honest, no, not yet. I think I made enough courses already. What I can do is just make some modules, bonus modules. So, for example, what else do you want me to make a course on? We already have a head sculpting course, anatomy course, female anatomy course, re-topology and baking course. I did not want to make this course at all. Seriously, I had the least interest to make this course. But I just saw so many of our members struggling with retopology and talking about, oh, this is such a hard subject. And I want to destroy that belief. This is the easiest retopo and baking workflow that you can ever find anywhere. I mean, I've worked in mobile game industries for more than 5 years, and this is what works. Okay, the things that Jerry's tell you, oh, it needs to be perfect, bro. The mouth needs to flow in this particular order. Blah. Bullshit. There's only a few things you need to take into account, and then you can top anything. What I'm thinking is maybe I can just make modules. So, for example, like head module or hair module or something like that. But other than that, I don't want to make more courses. I'm not sure if I can make a course. What else to make a course on? I don't like making specific courses. For example, I don't like teaching a specific character. I like teaching the language. So, for example, if I teach you the language of anatomy, you can sculpt whatever superhero you want. If I teach you the language of female anatomy, you can sculpt whatever female you want. Whatever character appeals you, you can sculpt it. I want to teach you the language. If I go in a specific course, I will be spending time on stuff like, hey, this is how you make the shoelace. This is how you texture the shoelace. Like, bro, why? It's like 2 hours of learning, 8 hours of fluff. So I don't want to do that. Do you think there's something we can make a course on? Something that I'm really interested in right now is dynamic sculpting. I want to see what's the best way of making a pose in Blender, and I've been experimenting with it. So I think maybe once I figure that out, I can make a course on that. I mean, of course, you can make a corrector, make a low poly, retopo it, rig it, but I want to see if there's a simpler way to do it. Would you teach us likeness sculpting? I know it's what I struggle with the most in work. Likeness sculpting is a completely different skill, bro, to be honest. And the thing about likeness sculpting is you need a lot of references. You also need to be aware of the focal length that the reference image was taken, because making a likeness sculpt, it requires, you need to have that information, because unless the focal length of the image and your blender view render viewport matches, yeah, you're gonna have a hard time tracing it. Also, it relies heavily on tracing. It's more of a tedious process, to be honest. And also, likeness sculpts can take up to, I don't know, 8 hours, 10 hours. It's a very long process. My approach to likeness is to not care about likeness, and somehow I managed to get it. I've just realized the more I care about likeness, the less I achieve it. When I do not care about likeness and I'm just following my reference, having fun, it looks much closer to the reference. Like, I can show you an example if you want. This was in my early sculpting days. So let me show you as an example. So the example that I have is going to be, where's the Joker sculpt? Joker. Joaquin Phoenix, where are you, man? Yeah, this sculpt, look. Why is it not loading? Yeah, yeah. So this, of course, this is not like a one-to-one replica of him, but it is close. You can identify who this is. The same thing goes for Thanos. So the one that we made inside the head sculpting course, he looks very, very similar to Thanos. But if you bring up his real picture and if you try to, I don't know, nitpick things, there's going to be a lot of differences. If you look at this, the one that I made of Endutate, Top G, yeah, it looks similar. You can identify him, but it's not one to one. If I want to make a one to one, I have to trace. The same thing goes for Kratos. Where's Kratos? When I made Kratos, I was just trying my best to follow the reference, and he looked like him. Voila. Bro, you need to realize that there's a reason that game companies, they 3D scan faces when they want a celebrity to be part of their game. So if you look at Detroit, if you look at other games where actors have made a cameo or they are one of the main characters, they always 3D scan their face, because sculpting something with likeness, it's a very long process. Dinosaur sculpting course could be nice. Maybe someone will bring it one day. Yeah, I'm guessing someone whose lesson starts with O, his channel starts with O, might make one. Damn, I just realized I was behind I was 5 minutes behind. Oh, damn, bro. Did you scroll back? Are you a Jerry? Were you scrolling as you were watching this live stream? I heard the opulence guy is pretty cool. Oh, you've heard, bro. I know. He's super cool. That is the channel that I recommend if someone is interested in dino sculpts. Opulence 3D. Best dino sculpting challenge. Oh, channel. And yeah, Sharky, I think you should go check out his channel as well. I mean, like, really look into it. He's a super cool guy. I'm sure you'll love him. Let's just someone asked you to make a model for them and make it near perfect likeness. Would you take the job? I would be completely honest with them that, yeah, this might look 80%, 90% like the reference, but it can never be 100%. If you want me to make it 100%, bro, I'm going to charge the shit out of you. I'm going to charge you a fortune because it's going to be so much time consuming. So I would show them the sculpt that I made of the Joker and of Kratos, and I'm like, this is the quality that you can expect. It's not gonna be a 1:1, but it's gonna be, it will do the trick. Or if you want exactly a 1-to-1 reference, be my guest. And you know what the funny thing is, bro? Even in that case, if I make it like 90% accurate and the rest of the 10% is not accurate, he'd gladly accept because he wouldn't even know the difference. Like, oh wow, this is oh wow, it looks so much similar. Thank you. I mean, once again, bro, just think about it. There's a reason that game companies or film companies, when they want to make a CG character, they just 3D scan the face. They don't sculpt it. They don't model it. They scan it. Look at the behind the scenes of any game, any movie where there was a CG character who was like, who they had to make a replica of. They never modeled it. They never sculpted it. And I can share an example with you as well. I'm not sure if it was that the scanning was bad then or that they tried to sculpt it, but I remember one movie where the the character did not look like the actor at all, but it's still part of Hollywood. I can show you. So let me save this and I can show it to you. Bum 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 bum. I think it was the Scorpion King. Scorpion King. The Rock. Oh my god, bro. Just have a look at this. Just let this marinate. Let this settle in, all right? This is a Hollywood movie. And they try to make The Rock. Yeah. What do you think? Is this The Rock or is this the Pebble? I think it's the Pebble. It's it's not The Rock. This is what happens when you have a tight budget and you want a likeness corrector or a sculpt. Just show this to the client who wants a likeness company. Be like, hey bro, if your budget cannot meet my demand, then this is what you will be getting. And yeah, this is Hollywood, bro. This is Hollywood. Like, imagine this is Hollywood. And there was a director, there was an artist who went like, yeah, this is fine. Let's go with the Pebble. So yeah, likeness sculpts takes a lot of time. I'm not sure if the 3D scanning technology was bad back then or if it existed or not. How old is this movie? Scorpion King, The Rock movie release date. How old is this movie? Let's have a look. Not AI, bro. No. Oh, okay. 2002. I'm not sure if there was 3D scanning technology back then or not. But yeah, I just showed you, bro. If these things can, like, you could literally show this example and be like, hey, I can make a better sculpt than Hollywood. Just kidding, bro. The Hollywood now, it's just insane, bro. The budgets that they have and the equipment that we have now at the disposal and on in the VFX industry, it's just insane. And yeah, most of the times, bad VFX, bad CG in movies, it's not because the studio wasn't talented. And yeah, it's a shame that it is assumed that way, that oh yeah, this is a pretty shitty art, and yeah, this is Hollywood. Blah, blah, blah. It's a joke. It's a good thing to laugh about, but the reality is that usually that these results are because of a tight deadline. Like these studios, they are crutching, bro, crutching so hard. They have tight deadlines. They have to get that movie out by a specific date, and then they have to work with whatever they can. So yeah, it's not their fault. Let's not laugh at the misery of them. Let's not laugh too much. Let's laugh, but not too much. The movie was so cool. I haven't watched the movie. I haven't seen the movie. I can't call over a famous actor to scan their face. Yeah, true that. That is a big limitation. The stone, the mineral, the mineral. Well, this movie was like 1999. Wasn't the from the Mummy the original image you showed? Wasn't the Mummy the no? The image I showed was Scorpion King. It is the Mummy. I think it's one of the sequels of the Mummy. The Mummy, the Scorpion King, or something. But yeah, that is how Dwayne Johnson looks. CG Dwayne Johnson looks in that. Let's give our Hellboy some color, because why not? Why in the hell would I not give Hellboy colors? I saw a really cool workflow for character costumes used in Hollywood. They scan the face and import into ZBrush and make like horns or sculpt face details on it and print it as a mask for the actor. Nice. There is the Scorpion King who makes an important appearance in the film. Yeah. Oh, so the Scorpion King is in the original Mummy movie as well. Oh, I haven't seen the movie, but I used to watch a lot of Corridor. So if someone have heard of Corridor Crew, it's basically like a VFX team, and they're like a bunch of VFX artists. They have a YouTube channel. They do VFX breakdowns, and for some reason, bro, I was so into that stuff back in the day, back in my university time, because I would learn more about 3D from them than I would learn in my university. Seriously, bro. Those guys were so cool, and I love their content. Even now, sometimes I do watch their content, especially when they do a lot of challenges as well, and I especially love their CGI satisfying render challenge. So if I see an episode recommendation of the CGI most satisfying challenge by Corridor Crew, I have to watch it. It's a great channel. If someone is interested in VFX and how VFX is done, or wants breakdowns of scenes, go ahead, check out that channel. It is amazing. I've learned a lot from that channel. I actually learned a lot about 3D. So the advice that I give, that imperfection is perfection, I learned it from Corridor Crew. I was watching one of their VFX breakdowns, and they were breaking down of what makes a realistic scene. And one of those components was surface imperfection. And then I was like, oh, if it's surface imperfection, it should always also be imperfection in every other area. So if I have a stack of books, it shouldn't be like a duplicate, move up, duplicate, move up, duplicate, move up. It should be duplicate, move up, rotate a bit. Duplicate, move up, rotate a bit, move it a bit. It should have all sorts of imperfections. And then it is a believable scene. That is what makes it realistic. Yeah, it's actually funny. I'm telling you seriously. I learned more from Corridor than I learned in my degree. By degree, I mean bachelor's. I don't know if it's like a common term, but in my country, degree is what we say. Oh, how's your degree? When is your degree coming? Degree means when are you graduating? Oh, what degree do you have? What have you studied? I'm not sure if it's like a common language. Let me know. Is it a common thing in your country as well to say degree? Or do you say what do you did you major in? Is that more common? For Qasim, I know it's the same because we live in the same country. But I'm curious to hear otherwise. I'm not gonna go super insane with these details. I'm just gonna add a bit just to show that he's a bit mature character and has some wrinkles and lines across his face. Yeah, I won't go super insane with these. Just a bit of this indication would be enough. And yeah, like I said, these things they always come second. The most important thing is your base. If you focus on these things and not the base, bro, you're just putting flowers on shit. And no matter how many flowers you put on shit, it is still gonna be shit. So don't waste your time. Practice the basics always. Always. Focus on the basics. If you have 1 hour to sculpt every day, sculpt the basics over and over again. And if for some reason you want to practice how to add more details, how to add pores, then use the head that you sculpted yesterday and just add details on that. Whatever you're practicing, practice it deliberately. Always, always. Just deliberately practice. If you know you suck at sculpting the eyes, just practice the eyes. That is it. Don't practice anything else. If you know you suck at making the lips, practice just the lips. And that is how you're gonna make insane progress in the quickest amount of time. In the quickest time. Always, 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 always the base. Yeah, let's also make his. What is this? Is this a joint? Or is this a cigar? Whatever. Let's make that as well. I remember watching it as a kid too. Was terrified of him. Yeah, degree is more common. Oh, major is in the US. Ah, I see. You should compare this to your first Hellboy sculpt. Compare. Oh yeah, I can definitely do that. So, let me just finish this and then I can compare this to my older My first iteration of Hellboy. To be honest, I've been wanting to do this for a while. I wanted to make Hellboy again and compare it, and I was like, yeah, bro, just let's use the stream as an excuse. Like everything else, I just use as many things as I can as an excuse to practice things that I want. And you guys are aware of this. But it's a good thing to try new things out, especially when you're at a certain level. Like you've completed the courses, you know a lot of stuff. It's a good time to now practice new things, test new things, learn new things. Otherwise, you just stay in the same place and then you rot. I love this quote, and it's pretty simple. So if you don't grow, you rot. So if you don't want to rot, take as many opportunities as you can to grow. Otherwise, you rot. Just a sec, guys. Yes, we are back. You should compare. Yeah, I will definitely do that. Just a little longer. Okay, I'll be honest, this actually turned out better than what I expected. Let's just roughly make something in his mouth. I think it's a cigar. I know what you're thinking. And no, I was just making you think that I was sculpting that, but it's not that. It's not that. I know you were wondering what the hell is going on here, but no, it's not that. I can admit I was in fact thinking what you're thinking, I'm thinking. Yes. Yes, it is exactly what I was thinking, which you are thinking right now, which I wanted you to think. So it was a thought provoking thing. And yeah, it is what simps use to think. It is their organ of processing things and thinking things. They don't use their brain, they use that to think. They use their other. Oh my god. Nice one. Nice one. Yeah, nice one, man. You see, this is comedy. This is humor. By the way, does anyone here enjoy dark humor? Because I have a very fixed opinion, like on dark humor. And my opinion is that the same people who are like, oh, bro, you're so insensitive. This is dark humor, bro. They're the same people who are gonna go home that day and they're gonna watch Family Guy and Rick and Morty and then gonna laugh their butts off. I don't get the hypocrisy. Like, bro, if you enjoy dark humor, then just admit that yes, you enjoy dark humor. Why do you want to be like a saint in front of other people? Criticize people who enjoy dark humor, and then you want to go home and watch Rick and Morty, and then you want to watch other dark humor shows. Like, what is this hypocrisy? Why cannot comedy be just appreciated as comedy? Jokes aside, bro. Why can't a joke be taken as a joke? I enjoy the darkest of humors. Yeah, same thing, bro. I love dark humor. But in but when I'm enjoying dark humor, I'm it's just humor. People should learn to laugh and move on. I don't understand the hypocrisy that comes with it. Yeah, there are some people who genuinely find it disturbing, like they don't enjoy it in front of you or in private. That is another case. But I'm specifically talking about the people who will criticize you to just be a good person. So, a good person, and then they're going to go home and watch Family Guy and Rick and Morty, anyways. What? Or just admit you like dark humor. It's what's so scary about that? Ah, this looks better. Gotta admit, you're not real friends till you've roasted each other to a certain limit. I agree, bro. That is very true. I mean, you can only roast your real friends up to that point. Anyone else who says, "Yeah, he's my best friend," and then gets offended when you roast him, they're not your friends, bro. Now, it's one thing to do it in private, but yeah, roasting your friend in front of other strangers, that is a bad move. That is a dick move. Okay, if he's your friend, you should be very careful about their reputation, your reputation. Your friend takes care of your reputation. You don't roast each other in front of other people. But when you're in private, when you're in your group of friends, bro, it's a roasting battle. Like whenever my friends gather here, it's seriously a roasting battle. It's a roasting battle. Like I can give you an example. One of my friends, he's super obese. He's fat. And we're like, bro, you're the luckiest guy in the world. You have to put one hand here and the other down there. And you can have the time of your life. So we roast him, bro. And there was someone asked, hey, bro, how much do you actually weigh? And I said, yeah, bro, don't ask that question. You know, whenever his shadow falls on the weighing machine, it shows 10 kilograms, just his shadow. So we roast the shit out of each other. There's another friend of mine. He has one of his eye is a bit crossed, right? And we make so much fun of him. We're like, yo, bro, you're gonna be so good in Call of Duty because you can have one eye on the screen and the other one on the map. Or the best job for you is a surveillance dude. So if you're a camera guy who's checking surveillance, you can check multiple cameras with you with your messed up eyes, bro. Yeah, it's unless you can do that to someone, you're not best friends. Because best friends roast each other. That friend can sculpt without changing the focal length. Oh my god, bro. Yeah, he has an adjustable focal length. That friend can sculpt really good because he has one eye on the reference and the other one on his sculpt. He doesn't have to look sculpt. He's he's doing it simultaneously. He's doing it real time. And yes, with that said, this is our Hellboy. And to your suggestion, Kasim, let me find the first Hellboy that I sculpted. Let's compare the results. Hellboy. It should be up here somewhere early. Hellboy. Yeah, here we have it. The first Hellboy that I sculpted. Just have a look at this. When was this? When was this? 1st March 2024. And access today, 11th October. So 1st March and 8:26 a.m. So I was practicing in the morning. That is the only time I had to practice back then, man. 1st March, April, May, June, July, September, October. Like 1.5 year apart. 1.5 years. Damn, bro. Let's have a side by side. Damn. What a progress, man. Damn, bro. And back then I thought like this is the coolest Hellboy ever. This is this is so good, man. I was so happy and so proud of this. But yeah, I've come a long way, man. We've come a long way. Yeah, it's literally a decision. So what's it gonna be? One day or day one? And the truth is, bro, I had this goal for like 7 years that I want to be a 3D character artist. For 7 years, I wanted to be a character artist. And I kept delaying it. I kept delaying it. I kept following some other stuff. I kept pursuing other stuff, product rendering, whatever was in the trend, because there was no proper guidance for me. And now that I realize, bro, I actually delayed this longer than it took me to learn it. And it wasn't that hard. It wasn't that hard. It wasn't as hard as I had in my mind 7 years ago that, bro, I have to learn anatomy. I have to learn this. I have to learn that. All I had to do was to just take out 1 hour a day and sculpt consistently. That is all I had to do. And practice deliberately. That is all I had to do. And the thing is, you might have had this goal for I don't know how many years or how many months. Or like, I want to learn how to sculpt. Okay, but I'll learn it next month. I'll learn it from the first of next month. Oh, let me write it on my New Year journal, New Year resolution, bro. And that day never comes. You want to realize that a year is going to pass no matter what. After a year, it's going to be 1 year. But if you just instill this habit of practicing 1 hour every day or just 40 minutes a day, you can make this progress. You can make this progress. Like the whole theme of even of my 30-day health sculpting challenge right here is to just practice 1 hour a day. 1 hour. And all of these people, I believe that they had this goal of wanting to learn how to sculpt. But look at the kind of progress they made in 11 days, 20 days, 22 days. I don't know how long have they been delaying this. But they get results within a month over here. I remember LeBron, he mentioned that he almost gave up. Yeah, I decided to give sculpting a last try with this course, and the results were amazing. He was going to give up. He was going to give up because he thought that this is too hard. But it's not hard. You just need to put 1 hour a day. Yeah, I'm really happy with the progress that this community is making. And yeah, once again, bro, if you're interested in sculpting tutorials, if you want courses, if you want to pay for one course, but you want 5 courses, then just for this weekend, I'm offering this community for only $49. The price will double this Monday. Yep. Damn, bro. I feel so much happy looking at this when I saw the old sculpt now. TV Sam 123. Hi, Sark and Chat. Hello. What's up, man? Welcome to the stream. Yeah. Time is gonna pass by anyways. So you better make the best of it. And it doesn't take long. It doesn't take long to learn this. You will be shocked. You will be surprised by how quickly you learn. If you just do these two things. One, you make it a habit. You sculpt every day for 1 hour. And then second, you practice deliberately. You don't be a Jerry. You don't follow trends. You don't fuck around. You don't be like, hey, let me sculpt this. Let me sculpt this. This reference is super cool. This movie is out. No. Just practice deliberately. Just focus on the areas you know that you are weak in and practice for 1 hour every day. You will be surprised how quickly you learn this. Yeah, that is all, man. Let's take a screenshot for the thumbnail. Let's call it a day. And there we have it. And yeah, if there's any question, fire away, because I'll just be leaving now. Damn, bro, it really takes me back. It's like looking at, I don't know, GTA San Andreas and GTA 5. Back then when I played GTA San Andreas, I was like, bro, this is the most realistic video game ever. I've never seen more realistic water than this. I've never seen more realistic graphics than this. Back then, this was my best attempt. And I thought, damn, this is so cool. But this is cool. This is cool. Damn, bro. Let's go. The old Hellboy looks like you a bit. Bro, from where? Which part? What the hell, bro? Why? I get the commonality on the shape of the head and the absence of hair. Other than that, not sure why. Alright, guys. With that said, see you once again. The sale will be over this Monday. If you've been wanting to learn sculpting in a systematical way without being overwhelmed by anatomy, go ahead, join the community, get the bundle, and scam me. You're scamming me. So scam me. Go ahead, scam me. And the horns. But you still have to see my horns, though. This is not the real me. You haven't seen my horns yet. And yeah, let me give you an example of what horns look like. Oh no, bro. I was gonna make another joke, but I just realized it doesn't make sense, so I'm just not gonna do it. I'll just take the L and not share the joke. And with that said, goodbye. Take care. Here's a fist bump. Go get the bundle right now. Goodbye.